Hey, it's January 30th, 2009. Once again, I brought us to a different room of the house in which to shoot. We are currently in what would be the master bedroom, if I were using it for that. But instead, this is my exercise room, as you can see by the elliptical machine and the slant board behind me. You'll have to forgive the wood paneling in the background. I get this house really cheap, and it has a lot of room for one person, so I'm willing to abide a little ugly wood paneling for that. Anyway, my friend Sharon, whom I love, in part for her brutal honesty, informed me that the first 3 minutes of my last video were like watching paint dry, just because it took me so long to finally get to the point of the video. So, I'm going to avoid that tonight, and I'm going to try to jump right into it. What I want to talk about tonight, if you couldn't have guessed by the Rage Against the Machine lyrics that I put at the beginning of the video, is identity. Now, I quoted those lyrics because even though the song is about Africans and African Americans, I think that a lot of the ideas are applicable to the transgender community. And it's the idea of sort of not fitting into a culture, or having a culture thrust upon you, and, you know, one that doesn't fit, and then having to sort of deal with your identity after that. You know, with us, it's being forced into that other role, the role that isn't comfortable, and having to find a way of surviving in that other role. And this is probably just the first of many videos I'll do on identity. I actually just shot one, and it just ran so long that I decided to scrap it. So I'm going to try to keep this one succinct, because this is a huge topic. I mean, this whole thing's called gender identity disorder, okay? So, you know, it's something that I'm probably going to, you know, revisit. So this is just a preliminary video on the subject, but I'm not sure that a lot of people on the outside, people who aren't transgendered, or people who maybe more easily fit into the mainstream culture, really realize how big this is. You know, if you talk to a transgender person, a lot of times they will talk about, like if it's a male to female, talk about killing that male side, which, you know, sounds kind of brutal, but it's the idea that it can't exist anymore. And, you know, the reason for that is it really should have never existed, and it's not really applicable to what the person's new role will be. I mean, for my male side, in order to survive, I took on characteristics that didn't feel natural. And, you know, I continue to have to, you know, work within those confines, just because I'm not transitioning. I'm at the very beginning of the process, you know, where I've accepted it, but I'm taking just the first few small steps towards it. And like I said before, it would be dangerous in my job for any of this to sort of be leaked out, anybody be able to guess it. So I still present very masculine. Now, on the occasions when I'm not, I'm a lot more relaxed. And that's something I just realized recently. Just, I'm relaxed, and I can actually be happy. when I don't have to act, out this other identity. This identity that, for the most part, will be abandoned. Now, I don't think you can totally abandon that previous identity. I mean, it's still our history, you know. I'm 34 years old, as I've kind of let slip before. And, those are 34 years as a male. That's a lot to just throw away. Although, much of it will be. And I think that may be why a lot of times when people do transition, as they get older, they will try to do some age-inappropriate stuff, maybe in clothing, just because they want to experience what it's like to be young and the other gender. And eventually they learn that in order to pass, you're going to have to avoid doing that, If you do it at a later age, it's unfortunate, but you've missed out on some stuff. I've missed out on spending my 20s, as a woman. So, anyway, like I said, I don't think people on the outside really realize how massive this is. And, I don't know. I will talk about this more. I do want to keep this video short because last time I rambled on and it got to be close to 10 minutes and I don't want it to be that long, so I'm going to cut it off here. But this is just the first of many videos I'll probably do on this subject as, more ideas hit me about it. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.